2009 5-center Canada coin. Today, we're diving deep into the 2009 Canadian 5-cent coin. We're talking about massive mintages, a mysterious font change, the Olympic connection, and the specific errors you need to look for if you want to find a nickel worth 500 times its face value. If you've got a pocket full of change, go grab it right now. You might just be holding a piece of history. First, let's look at the bones of this coin. By 2009, the Royal Canadian Mint had fully transitioned away from pure nickel. Composition: these are multiply-plated steel. Specifically, it's about 94.5% steel, 3.5% copper, and only a 2% nickel plating to give it that classic shine. The magnet test: because they are steel core, these coins are highly magnetic. If you have a 2009 nickel that doesn't stick to a magnet, stop everything. You've either found a world-class error or a foreign planchette. Mintage: the mint was busy in 2009. They pumped out over 266 million of these beavers. Because that number is so high, a regular, circulated 2009 nickel is generally only worth 5 cents. But high mintage doesn't mean boring. It means more chances for things to go wrong at the mint. And that's where the money is. Here is an insider tip most casual collectors miss. In 2009, the Royal Canadian Mint made a subtle change to the typography on the reverse side. If you compare the 2009 to previous years, you'll notice the font of the numbers is slightly different. The numbers appear a bit more modern, with different spacing and serif details. Why does this matter in the world of coin collecting? Transition years are huge. Collectors love to document the exact moment a design shifted. While there isn't a massive price gap yet, uncirculated first strike rolls from 2009 are becoming a staple for people trying to complete a typeset of Canadian nickels. Okay, let's get to the treasure hunt. What should you be looking for under a magnifying glass? 1. The Elizabeth die chips. Look closely at the word Elizabeth II on the obverse. We've seen confirmed cases of die chips, extra blobs of metal appearing inside the letters B, E, or even the Roman numerals 2. Value: these small blobs can turn a 5-cent coin into a 5 to 10 item on eBay to the right error collector. 2. The beaver log die clash. Because the dies strike millions of times, they eventually wear down or clash together without a coin in between. Look at the beaver's log and the water lines. The hanging error: look for faint lines hanging from the beaver's belly or the log. If you see a hanging 9, you've found a classic Canadian variety. 3. The doubled logo. Check the RCM logo under the Queen's portrait. Sometimes the plating process or a double strike creates a ghosting effect or clear doubling on that logo. Not all 2009 nickels were made for your pocket. 2009 was the eve of the Olympics, the Vancouver 2010 Winter Games. The Olympic sets, while the quarters got the cool sports designs, the 2009 nickel was included in special Olympic coin sets. These often have a proof-like or specimen finish. They are much shinier, with frosted details and mirror-like backgrounds. A 2009 specimen nickel can easily fetch 510 on its own. The silver proof: if you find a 2009 nickel that looks too good to be true, it might be the 92.5% silver proof version. These were only sold in prestige sets. They weigh more than the steel version and, obviously, they are not magnetic. These can sell for $15.25. So, what's your coin worth circulated? 5 cents. MS65 around 5.00. MS67 or higher, this is the sweet spot. If you have a 2009 nickel that is absolutely flawless, no scratches, no bag marks, get it graded. An MS68 2009 nickel recently sold for around 30 to 40 on eBay. It sounds small, but that's an incredible return on a nickel. Conclusion. The 2009 Canadian nickel is a workhorse of our economy, but it's also a canvas for minting errors and design transitions. Next time you get one in your change, don't just spend it. Flip it over, check the font, look for those die chips, and keep the best ones. Which Canadian coin should I cover next, the 1926 FAR 6 or maybe the 2000p nickels? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more coin hunting tips. Happy hunting!